good. Look at this combo, it's actually really insane. It's a wild bot! It's a wild bot, mate! Oh, what? Should we do challenges? I mean, like, to get more XP, I need to outlast opponents. No, I have done loads in Team Rumble. There's a chest nearby. It's here. Flip, I accidentally broke the chest. That's why I hate about if you build on something, it gets broken. Because then I broke a chest. People are stealing my chest. This effect that it shows where the chests are is overpowered, isn't it? Like when it goes like, it zooms around and like it shows up where the chest is. Okay, there's a chest nearby me. Yep. Come to me. You got lit just then. I just saw your health. I just saw your health go down instantly. That guy should feel so mad. He should feel bad. Come to me then, brother. Visual sound effects are so overpowered, isn't it? Did he die? Is visual sound effects good or bad? It's good because then you can hear people walking, can't you? That's why it's the best. I don't really care about the chest. I just want the sound effects, don't you? People walking. Which one's better though? So you just want the footsteps, mostly. It's just because it's like, it's really sweaty. Is that why? I've only searched 4 chests at Frenzy Farm because people use chests. Why, people? Why? You suck, people. Not overkill. He's the best. Please, no, don't destroy it. It gives you XP. Please, man. Please, please, please. No, man. I actually really hate this Maya. She's such a bot. Oh yeah, she's the bot. She's such a new player. I've dropped my SMG for a harpoon gun. I've got 2 big pots. We run like a superstar. Donated what? That's why I want to be a Twitch streamer instead. I'm looking for fishing spots. Hope you don't mind, kiddos. You're gay. I didn't say anything. Oh, you know I'm just kidding. Don't you? Player with, what did you say? I can't dolphin dive. Why can't I dolphin dive? There we, oh, I'm actually going to die because I can't dolphin dive. And I just caught a slurpfish. And I caught a flopper. Oh, I've got to gain health. Great, I didn't notice that. This is why I love boats, because you can drive on land. But it's worse, but at least it gets you somewhere. In it, overkill. What do coconuts give you? Please say health. Yes, they do. You know you get XP from leveling up. It's super weird. Overlord? Yeah, you get XP from leveling up. No, I was almost near a med kit. Oh no. I'm just gonna drop on this kid. He's getting a frightful stroke. There's also a kid there, great. Why? Why, matey? Why? Oh, my pickaxes was out. I can't play now. Wait, there's fire on? That was annoying. I'm kind of trying to get low. But when you ask him, he never wants it.
When I jump.
You said no to me, but okay. You can in a second. That kid is so lucky. I've got a max. I need to get low, but I can't because... No, he shot in the ground. Oh, it's the, what's it, Pandora skin. How many kills you got? Tag me, people, tag me. No, someone killed me. I want to get like 1 hit point, that's my goal. I want to get below 10 HP. There's a lot of kids here. A knight is dead. I have to land here. Please hit me. Please. You got 11, you got 12 kills, nice. No, I need rockets. I need rockets so bad. No, I need it more. I need to do a challenge. Same. Oh no, I didn't build. Oh, if you find C4, can I have it? Oh, I know what I can use. I'm so stupid. I've dropped my rocket. Hopefully I can get these. Yes, let's go, baby. Oh wait, I need to get that. No, I didn't pick it up. Oh, now I've got to... I need to find explosives. Oh, thank God there's one there that I accidentally threw and then I need to kill myself with. Wait, it says this is some. please say I can med up. Why, people? I just need to do challenges. I'm not gonna make it now. Try not get kills, please. Do you want to play duos? Can we drop Steamy or Frenzy? Because I need to search. Yeah. One last match. I'm playing a quicker match. Where do you want to drop? Okay.
You need to have some fruit. Do you not want the... You don't want to put the... kiwi?
Augusta? I'm terrible with miniguns. Yeah, you can have it. I always land here to loot up, do you? I need... Oh no. I don't have a gun. I'm a sitting duck now. Do you have a gun for me? Whoops. I'm stuck. There's a person by me. And I can't get anywhere. Move! Move, Overlord! I've got the same gun as you.
TikTok story.
There you go. Can you stop?
News at 5 o'clock, Emma.
Okay, what time is it now?
4:30.
Help! It's real players! Overkill! I'm dead now. Oh, they're taking some serious damage, by the way. You're glitched out on my screen. Just go. What were you saying, Overlord? Go get my reboot card now. On my screen, you're completely glitched out. Okay. I need those guns. Yes, the AK. I'm amazing with AKs. You're completely glitched out on my screen. You're just like skidding across. You're just like, I don't care, I'm just gonna skid across. Is there a what? Was that accidentally you? There's that. Sniper, perfect. Do you have any sniper ammo? I've got one in my gun. And that mini stuck. I'll be looking as well. Oh, you're not glitched anymore. I just moved the chopper. But you've got disguise on. Should we go get the chopper now? Wait, I need to find a harpoon gun. He's probably not going to survive, so let me just do it. I'm just walking. For some reason I am. I'm upgrading my pump. No, I can't. I need more metal. Great, I've got enough metal. Let's go. Come on, let's get in the chopper. Are you in? Cool. Ah, this is awful driving. I don't drive. Okay? I'm the worst driver. I'm probably gonna break it. Look at it. Oh, I'm awful. I've got my mask off. There's a bush camper, I probably. Find the campfire, because we can heal it. Let's go to Meowsles. AK, because I've got one. Oh jeez, oh jeez. Oh! Did you see that trick? I fell off, I flicked my controller straight up and then I grabbed it back in. He ain't here, he ain't here. Great, someone's taking him. Wait, I just heard an AK. Reload. Yep. I just heard a box. Is that you? Wait, the yacht key card. It goes to the agency, do you know that? It does, it's showing me to the agency. It does. Pick it up. It goes to the agency, it goes to my marker. See? Not the way to the yacht. Drop it. Get to the chopper. Get to the chopper. Go, go. We will probably be dead. I'm going. I've accidentally still got the key card if you don't mind. Shall I shoot? No, we're solo. I'm out. How? Just how? Can you get me? They're coming. Wow. Wait, they took the XP coin. Do you see that? By the way, I need to go. Let's go Frenzy or Steamy next one. This match. Next match. I don't get why Deadpool loves Cut Your Team Leader. Oh, he's got Happy Meals. I didn't know that. Or fish stick meals. Cat yoga. What? Wait, what? Cat yoga. Cat yoga. Come on, kids. I just sprayed. Overlord. Overlord. We have to get to the chopper. Hello, Overlord. Do you know where I've marked? Let's go, Frenzy. It's hot drop. Yep. I don't know why people love to go there. Do you? It's probably because it's OG. That's the one reason. Yeah. Retail Row is OG. Well, no, because it left. Frenzy, did it leave? No. Yeah. Oh yeah. So it's not OG. Retailer OG. No. No, it's only Salty. Pleasant has opened it up. Retail was Mega Mall. So Salty is the most OGest place because it's never changed. I need a gun. I need to search chests, by the way. I hate you. No, I don't have a gun. You've just taken both of my guns. I'm just dancing. I can't even be bothered. I got it. I'm almost got it. I got it. Picked it up. Did you get the other kid yet? No, he's still there. I came to kill ya. I've got the worst loadout. Come on. I've got a grey, that's it. And Mega and free, whatever these are called, I can't remember. Please, can I search that chest? I'm never gonna get challenges done. I've been trying so hard to get these challenges, and you've destroyed my only chest. Now you're searching every chest. Not if you yoink them all. No, it's not. Yeah, because you played it all day straight. You don't do your work. Do you like the homeschool thing? No. Great, someone's got skies or something. Why? Oh, I have to. We've got really bad loot. Do we have good or bad loot? Yours is gold, mine's... Yeah! I found the Kingsman umbrella. I'm taking it. Yeah, I need to do challenges with them. Yeah, I got a pump. No? Why? Yeah, I knew I found two. I thought I was
45, Shelly.
Are you taking a Kingsman? Because I am.
Just behind the...
You didn't get it. Oh yeah, you did. You were just...
Behind the... Gordon. I don't know, just
I glide really good. I like the Kingsman because like it's a free glider. It's like a infinite. Yeah, I know. That's the only bit.
Hibiscus Grove? It's just like dead Water Valley, Conde Way car park.
Oh, I saw a gunshot. That's my bus.
I would say people just, why would you do a bathroom that colour?
I don't know.
That was tough. There's the med kit. Oh geez, that was too far. Sorry. Do you mind if you go get that med kit? I've got one mini, great. I'll take these then. No one can attack us now. Last end zone, just like look up and just like hold the umbrella. That's what I did and I actually won the game. The reason I didn't understand how I won is because I think he actually quitted. Because he couldn't attack me. It was Aiden's idea. That's why he loves them so much. Need protecting? There's a chopper by me. Oh, I see it. I don't want to get shot by the other player on it. Do you? Oh, I just got... I knew there was... It's right above us. Help me shoot it down. Oh, tag 124. Oh, they got out of reach. I can't find it now. Great. This house needs to just get destroyed.
What you doing by your head, Joe?
I'm definitely using decoys, by the way. I'm getting shot at, I'm getting shot at.
No, don't let that.
Help. Okay. I'm just hiding, I've hidden. I've already had my dinner. They're above you. He's coming down the side. I mark them. Coming up. He's above your head. He's in the box. Great. Yes, I am. Hopefully I can get in a quick match. I will be playing on my PS3, so I won't be online, okay?
Watching the news.
Oh, yeah. Will I be back on this then?
Later.
Okay, so I will be back on this later. My mum and dad are just watching the news. Yeah, I see what you mean by 5 minutes. That's actually 7, and then you can have 2 minutes to quickly turn it on.
I'm done. I'm done. Resting me.
No, my mum and dad are letting me. I'm not going just yet. I will be back. Yeah, like I'm not going just yet. I can play like a little bit.
I nearly got it.
I'll probably just be waiting in the hub.
One day to get it up.
I mean, not in the hub. Yeah, in the hub. Or you can spawn kill me. I want to. Let's play Red v Blue. Let's play Red v Blue.
That's good. You turn off the light to sleep, your daddy.
I know you got these other bits small.
What's this?
Wait. What?
Slides.
I'm looking first. Red v.
Oh, Jonah, that's all.
What?
How does someone know you wanted to play Red v Blue?
You can see still whatever you want to.
It's a 2v2. I guess it's a 2v2.
This goes. got it. It's there. Look. There's
Someone started the game and I can't play.
there. Okay. Someone won't give it back. I'll snatch it. What's a freaking You running around? You want your nose?
I wish I can be on your team.
Right, knees.
Okay, I'm just... My mum and dad are watching the news, so I'll be back in 10 minutes.
I know one here.
Yeah, I know. What channel it is.
Turn it up, please. No, don't close the cupboard.
Oh, yeah.
Spread because the evidence is not accumulating quite substantially that you're not wearing a mask
It's not true.
but to protect other people.
So the reason I didn't close is because you were snapping the cable in the cupboard.
Obvious change that we see in the short term,
Close the cupboard.
but in the longer term,
No, no, it's
when
all
in the paper that we wrote
No,
recently in
close the
Nature
cupboard.
Medicine, we looked at the economic consequences. And there, I think there are lots of ways that life could change for the better, as President Macron said yesterday when he said, you know, out of this crisis there is a chance of doing something different, or sadly for the worse. And you will be aware of the debates about surveillance and privacy and so on. But also remember that out of every crisis there are people who try to exploit it. And there is a danger if we don't do what we're doing in the UK. I'm glad that the Chancellor is doing what he is doing, of keeping people in jobs, paying them, then there is a danger that the family enterprise, family companies, the small shops, the cafes, and so on, could easily go out of business and be swept up by the multinational corporations. So you have, you know, high streets that are full of nothing but McDonald's and KFC and Dunkin' Donuts, and that would be a shame as well. So we could see lots of changes coming about.
Okay, we're going to have to leave it there. Very good to talk to you. Thank you so much, Professor Martin McKee from the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine. Well, lots of numbers are being used to track COVID-19, and as we heard today, the Office for National Statistics published new data for England and Wales that showed the number of people dying hit a record weekly high at the start of April. Our Reality Check correspondent Chris Morris joins me now to look in more detail at these figures. So Chris, we know that the ONS announced 6,000 more deaths than average in a single week, but you've been looking at the regional figures, haven't you? What did you find?
Yeah, and you know, these are sobering statistics. We're setting new and unwanted records, and when you dig down into the regional figures, the numbers look even worse in London in particular, where of course the virus first spread rapidly. Until the latest figures came out, the highest numbers of registered deaths per week in London since the ONS started keeping records in 2005 was 1,549. But look what's happened this year. You see the weekly death registrations in London, and the latest figures we have the week ending the 3rd of April, 2,511. That's not just a new record high, but it's 62% higher than the previous record high. And it's worth saying that this is well before, you know, the pandemic reached its current levels, and we know we're not yet at the peak. We're talking about deaths registered in the week up to the 3rd of April, and the ONS says that means probably most of those deaths were a few days earlier. So in effect we're talking about 2,500 deaths just in London in the last week of March, far higher than we would normally expect.
So that's London. What about elsewhere?
Well, elsewhere the figures are also looking a little gloomy. We have figures for the Midlands. The ONS splits it into West and East Midlands. We put those together. Again, the figures for the week ending 3rd of April this year are the highest since records began, only just a bit higher than January 2015, which was when the most recent really bad flu pandemic was at its height. But still, these are record numbers. In the northwest, for example, the numbers from that week in April, ending April the 3rd, are pretty much the same as the week in January 2015. But of course, places like the Midlands, like the Northwest, are behind the curve compared to London. London is more advanced in the pandemic, and sadly, where London is leading, it may well be that other regions across the country will follow.
But we don't know that all these excess deaths are due to COVID-19, do we?
We don't know. Of the deaths mentioned in London in the week up to April the 3rd, 47% according to the ONS mentioned COVID-19 on the death certificate. That means confirmed cases in hospital, but also cases in the community where doctors suspect COVID-19 is the cause. The question, of course, what about the other 53%? And I think that's a big issue for policymakers over the coming week. I'm sure some of them will prove to have been from COVID-19, perhaps many of them, but they will also want to be looking into whether, while some deaths are no doubt happening despite the lockdown, are there some that are happening because of the lockdown?
Take it out of his mouth. Take it away from him.
Other health conditions, by having treatments delayed or treatments postponed, and people are dying of mental health conditions, and people are dying because of the circumstances surrounding the pandemic rather than directly from the virus itself. And that's one of the questions which will obviously inform policy as we move forward.
Okay, Chris, many thanks for that update. Thank you very much. Chris Morris there. It is 5 o'clock. In a moment, the government press conference will get underway. But before that, in fact, they're starting. Let's go to them.
Good evening from Downing Street, where I'm joined by Steve Powis, Medical Director of the NHS, and Yvonne Doyle, Medical Director at Public Health England. Earlier today, the government's independent fiscal watchdog, the Office for Budget Responsibility, the OBR, published a report into the impact of coronavirus on the economy and public finances. It is important to be clear that the OBR's numbers are not a forecast or a prediction. They simply set out what one possible scenario might look like, and it may not even be the most likely scenario. But it's important that we are honest with people about what might be happening in our economy. So before I turn to today's health figures, I want to spend a few minutes explaining what the OBR have said, and let me thank them for their continued work. There are 3 brief points I wanted to make. First, the OBR's figures suggest that the scale of what we are facing will have serious implications for our economy here at home, in common with other countries around the world. These are tough times, and there will be more to come. As I've said before, we can't protect every business and every household. But we came into this crisis with a fundamentally sound economy, powered by the hard work and ingenuity of the British people and British businesses. So while those economic impacts are significant, the OBR also expect them to be temporary, with a bounce back in growth. The second point I want to make is that we're not just going to stand by and let this happen. Our planned economic response is protecting millions of jobs, businesses, self-employed people, charities and households. Our response aims to directly support people and businesses while the restrictions are in place, and to make sure that as the restrictions are changed, we can, as quickly as possible, get people back to work, get businesses moving again, and recover our economy. The OBR today have been clear that the policies we have set out will do that. The OBR today have been clear that if we had not taken the actions we have, the situation would be much worse. In other words, our plan is the right plan. The third point I want to make is this. Right now, the single most important thing we can do for the health of our economy is to protect the health of our people. It's not a case of choosing between the economy and public health. Common sense tells us that doing so would be self-defeating. At a time when we are seeing hundreds of people dying every day from this terrible disease, the absolute priority must be to focus all of our resources, not just of the state, but of businesses and all of you at home as well, in a collective national effort to beat this virus. The government's approach is to follow scientific and medical advice through our step-by-step action plan, aiming to slow the spread of the virus so fewer people need hospital treatment at one time.
And if you're going to make noise, go upstairs. I'm trying to listen to the news.
I said in my budget that whatever the NHS needs, it will get. And we have honoured that. Yesterday, we published an update showing that we've given our public services an extra £14.5 billion in recent weeks. We are taking action to increase NHS capacity with more beds, more key staff and more equipment on the front line. And the Secretary of State for Health and Social Care will be updating on our plans for social care tomorrow. This is why we are instructing people to stay at home so that we can protect our NHS and save lives. I can report that through the government's ongoing monitoring and testing programme, as of today, 302,599 people in the UK have now been tested for coronavirus, with 93,873 people testing positive. 19,706 people in the UK have been admitted to hospital with the virus, down from 20,184 people yesterday. Sadly, of those in hospital, 12,107 people have now died, an increase of 778 fatalities since yesterday. Our thoughts are with the family and friends of all those who have lost their lives.
700 deaths in a day.
These figures are a powerful reminder to us all of the importance of following the government's guidance. Stay at home, protect our NHS, and save lives. Thank you. I'll now hand over to Steve to take you through today's data in more detail before we take some questions from the media.
Thank you. Well, as you've just heard, our main strategy in combating this virus is social distancing. So in other words, stay at home, avoid social contact, and by doing that, we can ensure that the spread of the virus, the transmission from one person to another, is reduced. So over time, we will start to see a reduction in the number of infections from coronavirus. And I'm pleased to say that we continue to see evidence that the Great British public are complying with those instructions. You've seen this transport chart most days, and you can see that we continue to see much reduced activity in public transport, but also in vehicle transport. And there are other data that we look at on a regular basis that tell us that compliance levels in the public are very high, and we need to keep it that way. We absolutely need to make sure that we keep the benefits of this going forward, and we don't take a foot off the pedal, we don't become complacent. Now, of course, a reduction in infection rates in the next slide will then translate into a reduction in new UK cases, and you can see here our testing has shown a plateauing of the number of new cases we're picking up. We're not testing everybody who's symptomatic in the community, so this data will never be a true complete reflection, but I think in the next slide you can see that in turn will then translate into an effect on the number of people who require a hospital bed. Now, as we've often said, for the vast majority of individuals, this is a mild illness, like a flu-like illness or a bad cold, but for an unfortunate minority, this will require hospitalisation. But you can see that there's increasing evidence now that the number of hospital admissions is stabilising and plateauing. You can see that in London, but you can also see it in other areas such as the Midlands. And this is evidence that is now accumulating that the benefit of that social distancing, of reducing transmission, is now beginning to be manifest in a stabilisation of hospital admissions. And then on the next slide you will see the number of deaths in the UK, and as you've heard, that is continuing to rise. This is the number that will reduce last, unfortunately. With sadness, it's the one that will take longest to change. But those benefits from social distancing will eventually translate into a reduction in the number of daily deaths. So the message is quite clear. We are beginning to see the benefit of the undoubted hardship that we've all been asked to go through in terms of social distancing, in terms of not meeting with friends and family. It's really important that those benefits are maintained, that we continue to follow the instructions that we've all been given, and we will then get on top of this virus.
Thank you, Steve. If we could turn to some questions, I think first Laura Koonsberg from the BBC.
Thank you, Chancellor. People are, of course, devastated by the numbers of people losing their lives, but tonight, with warnings of 2 million extra people unemployed, people are also desperately worried about their jobs. If you can level with people, do you think we will be feeling the costs of this crisis for a generation? And if I could ask the medics, can you, from as soon as you possibly can, start including the numbers of deaths in care homes and in the community in these daily statistics so people can have a true picture of what's going on?
Thank you, Laura. Look, I also, when I see these numbers, deeply troubled. And as I've, I think, consistently said when I've been at this podium and elsewhere, this is going to be hard. Our economy is going to take a significant hit, and as I've said before, that's not an abstract thing. People are going to feel that in their jobs and in their household incomes. What I would say, and what the OBR report, I think, confirms, is that the measures we've put in place can significantly mitigate that impact. In particular, the jobs retention scheme, the furloughing scheme we've put in place, aims to do exactly that. Ensure that fewer people are unemployed but remain attached to their company through the furlough scheme. And then also, as the OBR says, the reason that's a good thing, not just in the short term, which means when we get through this, we can bounce back as quickly as possible. So to your point about a generation, no, I very much hope that the measures we put in place will allow us to do exactly as the OBR has said, bounce back. And if you look at their scenario, that is something that they talk about. So, yes, it will be difficult in the short term. I'm happy to be honest about that with people. I think the measures we put in place will help, and then as we get through this, it will mean that we can recover quickly and strongly and get our lives and economy back to normal. I think Yvonne or Steve, probably Yvonne on the data.
Thank you, Chancellor. Thank you, Laura. Yes, so the deaths in out of hospital, the Office for National Statistics do actually collect total deaths, and we've had a download of that today. But Laura, we are working with ONS to actually speed that up so that we do get quicker information. As you know, the daily deaths we would very much like to have. It's a bit more complicated for care homes because although over 9 out of 10 deaths sadly do occur still in hospital, in the community there's a range of places where they occur, including in care homes, but not just there, in hospices and at home indeed as well. And in these very dispersed systems, we just need to be absolutely clear that the cause of death that is attributed is correct. And that is what takes time on the death certificate to get right. But we would like to have much more rapid data, preferably on a daily basis, and that's what we're working towards.
Does that cover it, Laura?
Can I just come back on your point? I mean, the numbers, you hope there will be a temporary bounce back, but the expansion of the amount of borrowing that the government is going to do and the projections for the deficit do suggest that there will be very long-term consequences for either your government or future governments' choices. Do you really think that we could just shake this off within a few months from the economy?
Well, I think there's two separate things. One is what happens in the real economy in terms of business activity, economic growth, and jobs. And there, I do hope the measures we've put in place will ensure that we can have a reasonably fast bounce back. That's why we're doing what we can. Obviously, that's a function of when we exit all of these measures. But I think your second point about public finances, this year, the OBR is right to say there will be a significant increase in borrowing. That we are borrowing a significant amount in order to fund these measures. I think that's absolutely the right decision. And as the OBR have said, I think the cost of not doing that would be far worse than if we did do what we're doing. So I think that is the right thing to say. And then, as we think about our future public finances, if we get, as the OBR has put in its scenario, a relatively swift bounce back and the economy recovering, actually our public finances on a year-to-year basis should return to a more normal position. The interventions we put in place are largely temporary and do not need to be repeated on a year-by-year basis. So hopefully that will allow us to get to a sustainable position reasonably soon after we exit. Thank you. I think the next question is Paul Brand at the ITV. Paul, are you there? Brilliant.
Hi. Yeah, good afternoon. I just want to pick up on Laura's point about data and put that to you as well, Chancellor. We've been filming today at a care home in Gateshead where they feel as if the residents they've lost to COVID-19 are being forgotten. Given that data does exist, however imperfect it may be, wouldn't it just be more respectful to include those deaths in your own statistics?
Well, look, Paul, before Yvonne talks about the data, what I tell you from my perspective is, look, I'd say to all those people working in care homes up and down the country, whether it's the people in them, whether it's the people looking after them, you've absolutely not been forgotten. And there's an enormous amount of focus, whether it's at the NHS, whether it's at Public Health England or elsewhere, to make sure that care homes not just get the PPE they need, but they get the testing they need, they get the support they need in every aspect of the job they're doing, which is extraordinary. And when we clap every week, we're clapping for people everywhere.
But they don't actually know.
In terms of the data, there's absolutely no desire not to respect what's happening in care homes and to provide that data, as Yvonne will talk about in a second. We're actually working with the ONS to speed up the publication of that data. In terms of the data that we publish every day and make decisions on, I think there is a question about making sure we have a data set that is consistent and accurate and timely. And I think there is just a logistical challenge in being able to collect that data and then make decisions based on it. But Yvonne can maybe elaborate on that point.
Thank you, Chancellor. So absolutely, I mean, I would very much like to have the best possible data on a daily basis, and the care sector is very much seen as part of the health and care family. They are the front line, and we're very familiar with that sector through our local work and through our national work with local government and with the local response forums, the local resilience forums.